So Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has been out for a fair while now, and I beat the game ages ago at this point. But after that, I kind of just stopped playing completely. I didn't really want to shiny hunt all that much in it because there wasn't any sparkles or any sound effect, and I feel like I ran out of things to do. But since I have some videos I want to make later in the year that kind of require me to get the shiny charm to do so, I thought now was the perfect time to go ahead and complete the Pokedex and share the experience of me trying to complete the dex with you guys. Once I started up the game again and checked the Pokedex, I saw I was on 283 Pokemon caught out of 400, which isn't too bad, but I definitely could have caught a few more things last time I was playing. I decided for this first stream I would essentially just run around. I didn't have much of a plan, but I knew I had missed so many Pokemon while playing through the game that just running around would definitely help me add a good number of Pokemon to the dex. And I was right. After an hour or so, I'd managed to catch a fair few Pokemon that I didn't realize I'd even missed in the first place. Pokemon like Stantler, Seviper, Combee, just to name a couple of them. And throughout that amount of time I was just running around, I made a pretty decent dent in the amount of Pokemon remaining. But I did quickly learn in this section that this challenge was going to be slightly more annoying than I thought. So the Paldea region is split up into a bunch of different sections. So when a Pokemon is said to spawn in South Province Area 1, that doesn't necessarily mean the entire area has that Pokemon spawn there. And most of the time, it basically means just a small section of that map, or like one area of that section of the map. So reading on a wiki somewhere that something spawned in the first area of South Province didn't actually help me find them that much. So until I figured that out, I spent a good amount of time just running around looking for specific Pokemon, but not finding them because I wasn't looking in the exact spot that they spawn in. For now, it doesn't really matter because I needed so many Pokemon anyway that I was still finding stuff, even if it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. But as we get closer to finishing the dex, this kind of thing becomes far less helpful. Now, for some reason, I decided during the first section of this challenge, I wanted to avoid having Pokemon on my team that I needed to grind levels on. For some reason, didn't want to do it, but I wanted to instead focus on catching as much stuff as I could out in the wild. I still ended up throwing some Pokemon on my team anyway to evolve since they didn't need that many levels. Like Scatterbug was the perfect example. I didn't have Vivillon or the middle one, so I just caught a new one and evolved it. Took 2 minutes. I'm obviously not going to go through every single Pokemon I caught in this section, else we'll be here all day, but I was saving all of the bigger mons for later down the line and genuinely just finding whatever spawned commonly in the areas I might have not gone to so much. There was quite a few areas of the map that I didn't spend much time there because the game story didn't really require it. So trekking back through those areas meant I found a lot more Pokemon that I hadn't yet caught. I was originally planning for this first stream to last a good amount of time, like 3, 4, maybe 5 hours if I was really making progress and cooking on gas. The problem though was an hour and a half in, I started feeling just incredibly sick out of absolutely nowhere. I'm not sure if it was because of the game and like the frame rate of it, or because I was staring so intensely at it, looking at each Pokemon and the camera was moving around a bunch, or if it was just from something else. But I tried pushing forward for another 15 or so minutes before I just couldn't carry on. By the end of the first stream, when I had to call it quits, I had managed to get my Pokedex all the way up to 310 entries, which felt pretty good. Luckily, the next day, whenever I woke up, the weird sickness thing I was feeling had long gone, and I was ready to grind out the Pokedex a little bit more. I decided today I was just going to go through the Pokedex order and catch things as they show up. If stuff needed to have levels grinded out, I would add them to the party as I went along, and they would evolve whenever they were ready. I didn't really stick to that Pokedex plan for very long. It gave me a rough outline of what Pokemon I was looking for, but as I was traveling between areas looking for those Pokemon, I did still stop whenever I saw something I hadn't already got, like Oricorio and Veluza were additional pickups on the way to find something else. And then I realized that Glaciado Mountain had a bunch of Pokemon throughout it that I hadn't already caught, so I spent a lot of time there trying to find whatever I'd missed. And I mean a lot of time there. And then I tried to find Slakoth. Slakoth is one of the 2 Pokemon I needed to find during this challenge that only spawn in trees, and you have to basically go around headbutting the trees until one falls out. spent maybe 15, 20 minutes headbutting random trees, hoping that it would just fall out of them. And I was so confident I was doing it wrong. I looked up a YouTube video and just headbutted the same trees they did and eventually found one. That's far too difficult for a Pokemon that realistically I could have just bred because I had Slaking already. So what a waste of time. Oh, and also during this time, I was making sure that I was collecting as many Gimmighoul coins as I could because Goldengo was going to be a pain. And of course, I hadn't already got one. And speaking of Pokemon being a pain, I couldn't find Dolliv for the life of me. I was far too lazy during this whole process to learn how to make sandwiches. And the only video I found for where to find Dolliv was only able to do that because they'd made a certain sandwich. So instead of just going and learning to make one, I just added a Smoliv to the team later on and leveled it up another time. Wait, Mousehold. Did it evolve or did I... No, it's Tandemaus is the family of it, isn't it? Wait, I have it. That is Mousehold. Are you kidding me? You don't get to see when he evolves. This game's weird. By the end of the second stream, because I'd spent so long looking for Pokemon that I either didn't find or were just a pain to get, I only got an extra 24 Pokemon registered, which wasn't as much progress as I wanted. So off stream, I decided to keep grinding out some of the more boring Pokemon so I didn't have to do that while I had people watching. So while I was off stream, I decided to run with Bramblin to get him to evolve. I caught a Grimer to level up to evolve into Muk later on, and evolved a Gothorita I caught into Gothitelle, and caught a Magnezone at the top of Area 0, bumping me up at the end of that session to 353 Pokemon in the dex before I went to bed. On the dawn of the third stream, I got to work evolving Smoliv as fast as I can. Then I managed to find a Staraptor, which I'd also spent quite a lot of time looking for already. No. No! I pressed the wrong button and fucking killed it. Oh, no! Yeah, not my best moment. I forgot which button did what. Luckily, it didn't take too much longer to have another one spawn, and I did manage to catch that one without killing it. We then got a few more evolutions, evolving Carkol and evolving Sliggoo while it was raining. I'd caught one specifically at level 50, so I could do that. I then spent a bit of time doing some other evolutions that were close enough that I could just do with whatever XP candies I had in my bag. And then I decided it was time to hunt that other Pokemon you could only find in trees. Applin. So Applin spawns in the Tag Tree Thicket, which has the worst frame rate out of any area in the entire game. So that's fun. Not to mention, Applin is absolutely tiny, so you literally can't see him in the trees anyway. So we were basically just smashing Koraidon's head into a tree until an apple falls out. He defeated a Zorua. No, he's just killed an Applin. I knew that was going to happen. I've been trying to call him back and it didn't work. There was an app. Oh my god, I've done it again. Pokemon out. There's another one. We're good. We're good. Yes! I was so lucky. Who thought I was going to do that twice? I didn't think I was going to do that twice. Annoyingly, you can actually see Applin fall out of the tree as well. I just completely missed it. But watching the clip back, I don't know what I was doing, man. For now, I just continue heading around the region, picking up some random finds I didn't realize I never caught, all the while killing a bunch of stuff with Rage Fist from Primeape to eventually evolve it into Annihilape. I thought I'd already done this. I was so dead set on the fact I'd already got Annihilape, but apparently I've gaslit myself into thinking I did. I then jumped over to look for Leafeon, and I spent a good 20 minutes looking for Leafeon before deciding to just use a Leaf Stone on an Eevee that I caught instead. I don't know why Leafeon was so rare. I found all of the other evolutions completely fine. I just couldn't find Leafeon. But while I was in the area, I managed to pick up a Cracked Pot and evolve my Sinistea into a Poltegeist, which is cool. Only ever seen this Pokemon like one time, so having it myself, it feels nice. And then it is time for a bunch of evolutions before going over to finally catch Spiritomb. He's just chilling in the mountains for some reason. And then catching Spiritomb and Defeating the Frostlass that was next to it evolves Morgrim as well, which is the second to last, like, kind of higher leveled Pokemon that I needed to evolve. And realistically, after catching a few more stragglers, that basically only leaves us with the version exclusives for Violet that I have to get my girlfriend to send me, and then Goldengo and the 4 legends of the region. And also evolving Frigibax, but that's not too bad. So really not a whole lot left at the end of stream 3. I did manage to find that other Applin fairly quickly too, which meant we could evolve both Applins into their different forms. So the final total for the end of stream 3 was 390 Pokemon. We are getting so close to that final goal now. In the meantime, between streams, I went and grinded all of the Gimmighoul coins that I needed to evolve him. I evolved Frigibax into Baxcalibur and went across the whole region, pulling out all of the stakes, preparing for this final stream. I also got my girlfriend to send me over the Violet exclusive Pokemon as well, so I had those all covered. And this is it. It's time for the final stream. We've got 5 Pokemon left to get, and they're all right there for us. Yeah, here we go. The faint sound is coming from within the shrine. Will I touch it? I guess. Kabang. Brilliant. Oh, I didn't realize it was Warrior Chen first. Okay, didn't work. Thought it was a bit lucky if it did, but that's fine. Level 60. I don't think I have anything on my team that can, like, hit it without taking it down. Except for Goldengo, or Gimmighoul, sorry, but come on. Just catch for me. Just do it. Here we go. This is it. Yeah, let's go. See, that didn't take long. Warrior Chen was caught. God, this is going to go a lot faster than I thought. I genuinely believed I was going to be here for a while. I think I bought Dusk Balls. It's turning day. For God's sake. Down here, isn't it? There it is. Here we go. Let's touch the shrine. Here we go. Chen Pao. God, he's a cool Pokemon. Like, he is such a cool Pokemon. It's funny just throwing quick balls at stuff. Dude, that is not working at all. Again, I didn't bring anything. I didn't change my team to give me anything that could actually hurt this thing if I needed to. Maybe I should put another Pokemon on my team that is slightly weaker. Oh, that was 2. This one's it. I lied. I completely lied. It's been alright. Just in the house right now, chilling. Nice. Yeah, I got back off my holiday yesterday and I've had to clean my room. Oh, 3 shakes, dude. Oh, dude, I nearly just spammed A and killed the thing. Oh, come on. When we've got 69 Ultra Balls left, please let this one be the one. Never mind, didn't like it. I might let Ringo die, and then I'm gonna try an Aura Sphere it with Chloritza. 1, 2. Oh, come on. It's a good thing I did go and buy more Ultra Balls. I'd have been stressing. Oh, critical capture. Let's go. I don't know what decides whether we're getting a crit capture or not. I don't get it, but cool. There we go. Chen Pao. But here is... Oh, it had the things on it. Still had the marking, like the chains on it. I thought I'd messed up. There he is. Tinglu. He looks sick as well. They're all like really cool designs of Pokemon, I think. Like, not quite what I'd expect from a bunch of legendaries, but they do look cool. This thing actually is going to kill Ringo. Ringo will die in this fight. Bro is actually fighting me. Well, 1, 2. Oh, I thought I actually did get it then. I mean, it's not going to be stressful. I've got revives and everything, but still. Come on. Get in the ball. You know you want to. Okay, maybe not. My problem is I don't have like a false swipe Pokemon. I never made one. Like, do you reckon I could probably hit it with a crunch, right? Oh, yeah. He's fine. Oh, I actually could die here. No, never mind. Let's just hit it with an Ice Fang. I've saved. Freeze? For the funnies? Freeze? Yeah! I was joking, but yeah. Now let's see if this catches. Come on. This time. He's frozen and it didn't shake one time. Come on. Give me it. One. Really, dude? Really? We're going to have to start pulling out the revives at some point. This one's actually doing damage. Come on, this is the ball. 1, 2. Oh, I said it. Why? Why did I say anything? Get in the ball, man. 1, 2, 3. No! Just don't crit. Perfect. Surely now. Like, surely now this thing catches. Oh my god. How is this one not happening? I've used so many ultra balls on this guy. It's ridiculous. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Yes, let's go. Ting Lu was caught. Oh, and Goldengo was leveled up. Here we go. Ting Lu. We got him finally. We've only got 2 Pokemon left in the whole dex. I'm just kidding. I've only got 1 Pokemon left in the whole dex. There we go. Got ourselves Goldengo. God, I've spent so much money, dude. Yeah, so that was a power cut that completely not only took out my entire street, but basically affected a half of the town that I live in. Anyway, when the power came on, we caught the final legendary Pokemon, and then we headed over to the professor. Hello, hello. Have you gotten used to things here at the academy? I mean, I've caught every Pokemon, so I'd say yeah. For your first goal, let's aim for, say, 30. Let me know once. Oh no, I'm gonna have to talk to him a million times. Oh, I see you've already registered 30 species. Wow, so you caught this kind of Pokemon and this one, all this data. This is the best. Am I gonna have to keep talking to him? Oh, false swipe. That would have been quite helpful for the rest of this. If 400, okay. He then jumps to catching everything. Brilliant. You're telling me you've already registered 400 species of Pokemon? You did it. You completed the Pokedex. I've just clicked the wrong thing. I was meant to take a screenshot. Thing. You obtained the shiny charm. Let's go. Makes it more likely you'll encounter shiny Pokemon in the wild. Continue to retrieve. Ooh. So it's just like, hey, look at that. That's sick. I love that. So there we have it. Thank you all so much for watching the video. I appreciate you all for watching. And hey, if you got to this point and you enjoyed it, then why not give me a sub? It would be much appreciated. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.